Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. No, not really. I'm Scott from ScottGuitar.com. And in this session, I'm going to teach you how to play I Walk the Line the right way. Now, there are easier ways to play this, but I'm going to show you what Johnny and his band did, and we'll start from there. I'd like to ask you to visit my website where I offer Skype lessons, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's zoom on in and get started. Okay. I Walk the Line by Johnny Cash. Now the first thing you may notice is I've got this guy in the first fret. That's what Johnny did. They played this capoed up. You can go on YouTube and look at one of their live performances and see that they've got that capoed up. Now everything that I'm going to show you, you can play this without the capo. That would be a half step or one fret down. But let's go ahead and do the right way, the way that they played it. First thing we're going to do to start with the E, and they're doing a lot of pick strums in this song. I've also done a video on that if you want to look at that, but I'll show you some in this one too. First thing we're going to do is pick the top string and then the A string. So you got to pick, strum, pick, strum. Pick, strum, pick, strum. Now if you want to jazz that up a little bit, make it sound a bit fuller, you can add an up strum after the down. So the first chord in the song, he's doing the E. Then we do a run two. I have a video on those as well. E open, E2, E4, and then you go to an A chord. Now when I say 2 and 4, I'm talking from the capo, not from the nut. So E open, E2, E4, A open, A string, pick strum, E string, pick strum. And now we're going to play the A string, A2, A4, D chord, D open, A open, D open. Now at this point you're going to play that D string 2 times, and we're going to go backwards. A4, A2, A string 2 times, E4, E2, E string, A string. Now you're going to play this top string at this point. We're going to run to a B7. E open, E2, E open, B7. A string strum, D string strum, A string strum, A open, A4, E2, so here's what we got so far. Then the singing starts. You're going to run to a B7. A open, A1, A2, into the B7. We're doing a pick strum starting with the A string. strum, take your middle finger up to E2, strum, back to E, B7, now that's a run, run to A, back, run to B7, back to E. Now in this section we're using E, A, and B7. You need to write that down. Just write those three chords down because we're doing three groups of chords in this song. Now what we're going to do is run to A. We're going to use in this group A, E, and D. So after you play the E, run to A. Now we're going to sing a verse here. Beat up the next set of chords, we're going to be doing a run to a D. We're going to be playing D, A, and G. So we've ended at the A. Now we're going to do for the next set of chords. We'll call this set number 3. At the end of that set of chords, we're going to go back to set number 2, the A, E, and D. We're going to run that D back to the A. D open, A4, A2, A. We're going to do another verse just like we did in A, D, and E earlier. Now we're going to go back to set number 1. That's the E, A, and B7. So from the A, now we're going to go A open, E4, E2. Now that's what the rhythm guitar is playing during this song. You've got a lot of pick strum going on. I expressed that a little bit more in another video. But one other thing that I also show in another video when I did Folsom Prison is their lead guitar player likes to do this. Rather than pick strum, the lead guitar will do. That's a signature sound of Johnny Cash's band. In the right hand, what we're doing is we're picking the top string, D string, down up, A string, back to the D string. So how do we get that sound? Well, what we're doing is we're putting the side of our hand on the strings without the side of the hand with it. So when this is called palm muting, when you do that, don't press too hard. You'll press the note right out. Just barely touch it with your hand and stabilize your hand with your pinky and your third finger on your right hand. And when we went to A, we just went down a string, did the same thing. So that's a real fun technique. Go ahead and practice that, and you'll be all set for I Walk the Line. Well, I hope you enjoyed this session, and if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and visit my website at scottguitar.com, where I also offer Skype lessons. Feel free to shoot me an email if you got any questions, any concerns about this stuff, and I'll be glad to try to help you. So until the next time, take care.